Hey guys, it is What is Invite here. Today I'm doing What if Naruto went rogue Boruto series because I did not finish it properly and I was kind of an idiot and yeah. You see I'm getting better and I'm more energetic now. I can talk better. I was not like moping, brooding, being emo. I was doing I did that in the last video, the other video before because I was a little depressed. But hey, I'm back to semi-normal. I'm not 100%, but hey, I'll get Word of Naruto's OP for you in a couple of hours, maybe seconds. We don't know if I've already probably made the whole entire series because I felt bad. We don't know if I made the whole entire series and I already recorded it because I felt bad for making you wait so long. We don't know. Probably, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Hey, you have to find out. But hey, so what I'm gonna say here is Naruto went on his little redemption mark because I was gonna make him make his own village, but then I realized that would be too much work and I'll have to explain something and I'll be like doing what if Naruto was betrayed. So I'm not doing that. So Naruto went on his redemption arc, and Minato is still Hokage because he's still no one has became the sixth or seventh, so we're still on the fourth Hokage. So Naruto might become the fifth. Well, not Naruto, but who is it in debate who's gonna become the sixth Hokage? So now we go over to Boruto and Naruto's family. Well, if I remember correctly, Naruto had Hinata, Fu, and Kani, if I remember correctly. And all of them have curse mark. By the way, if you heard that noise in the background, I'm sorry, I'm outside. I don't have the control of that one. So Boruto would hate Naruto because he's never there at all. Like I I was gonna say Naruto didn't even know that he had children, but it would be kind of impossible for that to happen because Hinata would send him letters and a lot of shit, okay? But Naruto wouldn't be home at all. He didn't come home for some period of time. No, he never came back home. And he hates Naruto. And the fact that he hates him because he's never home. He's never there for any of their birthdays or anything. Yeah. So, the fact is that Boruto just really doesn't like him. He don't like being Hokage, but and here Naruto's gonna have, I think, for Hinata, Hinabi, not Hinata, Himawari. No, sorry, Boruto, Himawari, Minato, Menma. No, I can't even name Menma. Mizuto, and Narina. Yeah, Narina. So he's gonna have a decent amount of children. And Boruto looks like Naruto the most because if you remember my description of Naruto and What If Naruto Rogue, he has red long hair that goes to his shoulders, while his neck, yeah, his shoulders goes to his, yeah, and he has black tips. Boruto has the same hairstyle he had in Canon, but he has red hair and black tips. He got those spiky hair from Minato's jeans. Yeah, that spiky hair from Minato, because Naruto didn't have it. Because Naruto had flat hair, like Kushina's, if you didn't know. So Naruto just traveling. So Naruto would be out in wilderness. So everything Sasuke did, like the blood thing, the blood bind thing, jibber with the Kitsurikan thing, jobber, that all of that still happens, and Naruto is the one that did it instead of Sasuke. I think that's what Sasuke did. I do not sure. But everything Sasuke did, Naruto did, okay? But Naruto still has his curse mark. He never really got it off of him. He never really needed to. And I think Orochimaru's still alive, so plot. Hey, hey. Naruto will be one of the candidates to become Hokage, but the only thing deflecting him was becoming a rogue. And proceed that he had much reasons to become a rogue, it's still a rogue nonetheless. Everybody admits they had a reason to become a rogue, and another reason to like destroy the village, but he decided not to. So that shows that he is kind of loyal to the leaf. And then he sacrificed living in the leaf to protect it on the outskirts of the leaf. The Shadow Hokage. This Hokage that his father's a Hokage and he's a Shadow Hokage. Just being like that. But Naruto is one of those characters that just like he wants to redeem himself for what he's done. Although he has nothing to redeem for because the village only caused him pain. He killed a lot of people. And he killed people out of anger. Not just him leaving. He did it out of anger. And he realizes and he needs to go repent for his sins basically. So Naruto has not come back to the village. He does not know how his son or daughter or other son or a daughter looks like. So hey, that's okay. So then we go on to Boruto going in the basement. Well, no, Boruto going to Sarada's house. Boruto asks for the first time in a very long time about his father. You see, Boruto never really asks about Naruto because he thinks that he's just a deadbeat or something. It is dead wrong because Naruto be giving him those bills. I swear to God. Where do you think you get your jacket from, buddy? Oh, and instead of pink, I think it was purple or pink, Naruto wears, he wears a red instead of like that. And Naruto wears the orange pants with a cloak, with a black cloak, with a black shirt and orange stripes at the bottom of it. It's like Naruto's outfit in the manga. If you have not read the manga, you should go ahead. It's awesome. It's cool. Boruto manga, yeah, that one. But he has a cloak on, and he has red hair, and one of it is covering his eyes, which is particularly the Rinnegan. So, bruh, come outside. So normally Naruto would not be issued to come back to the Leaf ever because the only reason they would call him back was if they were in war times or the election for the Hokage. Yeah, Naruto's coming back around tuning exam times. Don't get your hopes up. Because Momoshiki would think Naruto's there instead of like going everywhere. Because Naruto. No, I'll just wait until I get there. So, Boruto would ask Sakura about Naruto. Sakura would flinch at the question, especially asking her. But then Boruto said that it's only normal for me to ask since you were his teammates. And Sasuke was there because Sasuke never left. None of that ever happened, so yeah. So Sasuke explained to Boruto what happened to Naruto. Well, when he left the village. And Boruto is even more pissed at his father because he left the village. He was a Ronin at that point in time. But he failed to explain everything. But hey, then Boruto went to go and more digging because he finds his father's life interesting because Boruto, he thinks his father left the village for no reason. But although how dense Boruto is, he knows that his father didn't leave for no freaking reason. And he stumbles across Naruto's journal. Yes, Naruto did write a journal. I never told you this, but because this is plot convenience, okay? He wrote a journal, okay? He had a journal. He was writing in it until he left the village. All the days up to the village. So Boruto reads it. This is like Naruto's whole childhood and how his family treated him and why he was leaving the village. So Boruto is kind of angry at his grandparents now because the reason why Naruto is not here right now is because fact he left the village because of his parents and he doesn't want to come back because he needs to repent for his sins because of his parents. And the only reason Naruto left in the first place was because of his parents. If the parents loved him, he would have left. But no, it didn't work. He left because he didn't love them. And Boruto's kind of pissed at his parents now. At his, well, grandparents now, because first, Naruto's gone because of that. I mean, he blames them now. But hey, what you gonna do? Because really and truly, they did fuck up Naruto's life. I swear to God. So, Naruto. So, Boruto would see Naruto's sword, the tanto that he had as a kid, and Naruto's clothes. Because he was in a basement, and Naruto's apartment just got like double the size, and it's not even an apartment, it's a house. Because Naruto bought it if he when he came back to leave and just went left. He bought that house, the whole entire apartment, because no one's really living in it but him. So he just bought the whole entire apartment, just broke down the walls in between the houses. So it's like a big mansion, and yeah, basically a mansion. Died it. I mean, see how it might be. So Boruto reading this would activate his Sharingan. The Sharingan he inherited. Sorry for the noise. Inherited from Naruto. Even though Naruto's not a Uchiha, he can still pass on the gene because he had the Sharingan. It would be really stupid for me to not. And Boruto activates his one Tomoe Rinnegan. Yes, this one Tomoe Rinnegan, and he has a one Tomoe Sharingan. It mixed with his Jogan. Yes. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're making Boruto OP? I never heard of someone doing that. But hey, Boruto's the new protagonist, so I need to like give him something. I can't be just focusing on Naruto all the freaking time. Wait, I can. But hey, I can't do it all the time. Even if I wanted to. Even if I could. So Boruto would activate his one Tomoe Sharingan and Rinnegan on with Sharingan mixing with his Jogan. You understand, okay? And he would come outside, and Himawari would see Boruto's eyes, and she would say, "Brother, your eyes." No, no, no. Let me get into my Himawari voice. Nichan, your eyes. uh, Nichan, your eyes. Because I can't do that too long. So Boruto would run, and he would go in the bathroom and look at his eyes and see that he had his eyes of his father. Well, one of his eyes, which was the Rinnegan. But he saw his Sharingan mixed with this other Dojutsu. And and let's say Naruto kept a journal on how to use the Rinnegan. He kept scrolls on how to use the Rinnegan just in case if he died and he had a child and he had the Rinnegan. So Boruto finds that in the house somewhere, and Hinata, Karin, and Fu are still ninja, but they rotate being a housewife because someone has to take care of the kids. And just so happens it was Hinata this day. They have to rotate. Some have missions on certain days, and yeah, you understand what I'm saying, right? Cool. So he Hinata sees Boruto's eyes and says that he looks just like his father, but a little different because Naruto's hair is not Boruto's hair is not flat, and Naruto's hair is flat. Look as fuck. But hey, Boruto would train, and then we skip to the training exam because nothing really happens that really matters, apart from that end to that end. So Naruto would be in the village at the time, but he have not come home, and not done anything because he knows that talking with his family for being gone for at least how old is Boruto? 12 years. Naruto was gone for 12 years, and now just appearing in their lives like nothing happened. He knows that's some next level bullshit. But he's gonna have to come back and be there because he will become Hokage. Yes, Naruto's still gonna become Hokage, even if it's a little later. So everything would go into canon, but Naruto's watching from the stands. But Boruto wouldn't be cheating. He would actually have Naruto's Tanto. And Naruto would be surprised about that. Because he's Tanto. Yo, he couldn't remember where he put it. Well, He never checked his house, but he couldn't remember where he put it. So, hey, he found it now. So, Naruto would go and... So, yeah, Boruto would go and defeat Shinki, and by himself, using the Shidori that Naruto would obviously have in his, like, library that he would have had. Sorry for the noise. He would have had. Yeah, he would put a library there where all of his jutsu that he learned over multiple years. Yeah. So Naruto. Let's talk about Naruto and Himawari's. Not Himawari's. Let's talk about Boruto, and Hinabi's relationship. If you do not know or remember, I told you that Himawari and Naruto were dating in the first point, and this is before Naruto was dating Hinata, and she is now dating who his name is Menma. I said it right. Yeah, she's dating Menma. Actually, no, married to Menma. Okay, cool. It's good. That's good. So Mori is married to Menma, and yeah, Boruto doesn't talk to Menma at all, like at all. Every time Menma came to the house to visit and to talk to like Himawari talked to her, to Menma, but she still had a little hatred for him. A little, as much as how cute Himawari is, she still has a little hatred. And all of the older ones, and were the only 1 year younger than Boruto, like, so Naruto's other children do not like Himawari or Menma, because Boruto would have told them what he found out and showed them the journal, and they wouldn't like their grandparents either. So Minato realized this. Well, not realized this. He saw that his grandchildren weren't really like talking to him or coming by him lately. So he thought something was wrong with them, and just leave it alone. Just decided to leave it alone. And yeah, we go at this to the natural timeline, and Momoshiki just dropped down and tried to kick Boruto, but Naruto, well, a flash of lightning came, and there was Naruto, and Naruto had his sword out, blocking, blocking, um, blocking what is called it, Momoshiki's kick. And he was doing it effortlessly. Like, he didn't even give a shit. He was like, nah, fam, I don't care what you're doing. And Naruto just blitzed out of it again and kicked the fat guy. I can't remember his name, or I never really cared to remember his name. And he kicked the fat guy and just, like, started blitzing him with, like, and all you see is lightning and just sparks and just, damn. And then you hear it stop, and then you see a sword through, that fat guy's head, and then you see then Naruto kicks up the sword by like displacing it out of his body, kicks it, grabs it, and just chops off Momoshiki's hand, and then spin kicks him in the face, and then we use one-handed hand seals and shoots a fireball jutsu, then shoots a Amaterasu at him at the same time. So he had to absorb the Amaterasu, then he got hit by the by the fireball, and he fell. He's knocked the shit out. He's not getting up. And Naruto goes down and stabs him through the heart too. Both of their asses dead. And he took out the Rinnegan and the two Byakugan. Out of both of them, he took samples of their blood for himself, because he realizes that if he uses his powers too much, that he might get poisoned. Cause I think that Naruto got sick because of using six paths, six path sage mode because um of overusing six path sage mode, I think, and for not using it in a while and for long periods of time he wasn't using it, and then he just randomly start using it again. It kind of interfered with him, so he realized that he kind of needs to like get their blood because he knows that that's where it insinuated, and he grabbed the Renegon, their the the purple Renegon. I think Momoshiki had a purple Renegon, and he sealed up their bodies, and then he placed back his sword, and he didn't look at Boruto at this time. He jumped back into the stance. Everybody's shocked because and he jumped back in the stance in front of Hinata, Fu, and Kamin, and kissed all three of them on the forehead. And Himawari hugged Naruto's leg, and the rest of them hugged Naruto because they're Boruto's height, and they're since they're 1 year younger, they're still in the academy, but they're getting out of academy like now, so they're getting right now, but they were in the academy a few days ago. So Naruto would hug his family, and Boruto would come up, and Naruto would hug him. Well, no, Boruto would hug him, and we skip forward, and it's Naruto's coronation of him becoming Hokage. Now, Naruto's Hokage robe or Hokage cloak would be like Sasuke's cloak, but just have red flames on the bottom and say 7th on the side. So Naruto would have a cloak, and he would have his sword on. Yeah, you know. So Naruto's was like replacing Sasuke, and Naruto would become Hokage-sama. But he's not no dumbass idiot, and Minato would have done most of the paperwork by now. So Naruto doesn't have much paperwork to do. He just like uses his shadow cleanse, and he has like basically the whole day off, and everybody respects Naruto. Naruto has that respect on his name. He was like, nah, fams, I have that respect, and I have that respect on my name. Give it to me. And he's just one of those niggas that you just don't fuck with, like. And then Sasuke tells Naruto that Naruto gives Sasuke Rinnegan because he knows that Sasuke will need the Rinnegan someday, and Naruto gives him one Rinnegan in one eye. And Sasuke says thanks for it, and Naruto has another Rinnegan, but he just has another 3 Rinnegan, because like, no. Yeah, he just has another Rinnegan. So Naruto would have became Hokage, but he's always at home. He's always at home, and the reason is because he's a shadow clones. And Minato is like, I'm such an idiot. I didn't even use it. And Naruto's approach of his family, the Namikaze family. Naruto does have the Namikaze name again. Well, he didn't lose it, but he didn't refer himself as like Naruto Namikaze. He refers himself as Naruto Uzumaki. The reason was, then you would say, wait. So Naruto liked his mom? No. It was the clan that he was from, and he most resembled that clan. So it was only fit for him to use the Uzumaki name instead of the Namikaze, because he didn't look like a Namikaze. So Naruto would be. So his situation with his family. Now, I was debating giving who her name is. Hashirama's wife's name was Mikito. Not Mikito. Hashirama's wife's name. Remember that? That's Naruto's sister. I think that's what the name I gave her. Remember that one? Her. Yeah, her. She is married to some random guy, because I was debating giving her Sasuke instead of Sakura, but then it would have been incest. It's a shit. Boruto and Sakura. Yeah, that's a shit. When Boruto finishes, that's a shit. Or when Boruto gets up to it. I don't know. Okay? Boruto Sakura shit all the way. It's like Kijimoto wanted the Naruto Sasuke. Well, he realized people wanted a Naruto Sasuke shit, but he wasn't gonna do that, so he was like, nah, fam. I don't give you something else. I'm giving you a Chiha Uzumaki, and you can call that Naruto Sasuke. It's Barusaru. I think it's Barusaru. That's what their name is. Barusaru. But hey, I don't care. I really did. Anyways. So, Naruto's situation with his family now. I said that like 3 times. Fair. The Namikaze family is a messed up family. That's how it's easiest to put it. There's been 2 Hokages in the family, which being Naruto and Minato. And then you would argue, wouldn't Kushina been the fifth, the fifth Hokage? No, scratch that. No, Naruto's 6th Hokage. I'm giving Kushina the 5th Hokage title. So there's been 3 Hokages in the Namikaze family. Ah, no more scratch. I'm making him the 7th. I don't care. So Kakashi still became Hokage, but Naruto became the 6th Hokage. So there's 3 Hokages. Naruto's still the 7th Hokage. And I will add up timeline, okay? Cause yeah. So so it's Hashirama, Tobirama, Sarutobi Hiruzen. Wait, Hashirama Senju, Tobirama Senju, Sarutobi Hiruzen, Hiruzen Sarutobi, Minato Namikaze, Kushina Uzumaki, Kakashi Hatake, and Uzumaki Naruto or Naruto Uzumaki. So yeah, that's how the Hokages work. So you come from there's 3 Hokages in the family. One disappointment would be Menma, because Menma really didn't achieve nothing. He only became a Jonin and that's it. Really, and he's not even the strongest shinobi there. He's probably around the 7th strongest shinobi, since he has flying Raijin or Rasengan, but that's all he has. No. He wouldn't. Naruto learned Sage Mode some by coincidence, right? He would reverse summon himself, cause I did tell you Naruto still has a Sage Totem contract, but it's because he found a frog. He found a frog, and the frog, yeah. Cause remember, Naruto and Jiraiya never had a real relationship. I don't think I killed off Jiraiya, but if I did, he's not dead. He has a child with Tsunade. I'm gonna call him Jiru, come here, boy. But Jiru Senju. That's what I'm calling it. Jiraiya, Jiru Senju, Jiruto. No, but Jiru. Naruto in Sage Mode because he was reverse summoning himself somewhere, and he ended up in Mount Miyaboku, and he just for the hell of it learned Sage Mode. Okay, so he's a sage, and Jiraiya thought all about this, blah blah blah. I don't care. I don't really know. I don't really care. Fuck it. And Naruto does his Datebayo. No, Naruto wouldn't do Datebayo because Naruto never said Datebayo ever, like ever in his life. Ugh, damn it. So, it's 29 minutes. So let me just wrap up their family problems. Well, the family is not the best coordinated, or they don't have the best history with each other, especially Naruto, because Naruto, hey, and the village. How do you think about the Namikaze household? Well, The Namikaze household is a very secretive and just very bad household all in itself, because they figured out they figured out that Kushida was the previous Cherokee of the Nine Tails, because I no one really knew that except like Minato and like a little others, but not much. I knew the villagers definitely didn't know, or they would have spat on Kushida's grave like there was no freaking tomorrow. And yeah, so they found out that, and they hated Kushina because she was also a jailer of the Nine Tails, and then she had the audacity to treat her son like that. That was also the jailer of the Nine Tails that she didn't have anymore, and so she thought she was scot free. I just didn't have to deal with it, which hey, was true. But Naruto doesn't really care. It's his family. He might not be 100% trust them, but it's just still his family, and he would, and they are decent with each other. But now we goes on to Naruto's family. How do they work? It's not even better. Naruto's barely home, and they don't even know if he's alive half of the time. And the only reason they know he was alive the last time was because he sent back a letter about what their name should have been. And he's the person that named Boruto. Yeah, I think Naruto named him Boruto. So, yeah, I think Boruto meant Bolt, and I think Neji meant screw or something. Yeah, you understand. So, I don't know if I killed Neji. I don't remember. So, yeah, Naruto's become a Hokage, and he spent a lot of time with his family now. Oh, and he trains Boruto like a god. Boruto has three Tomori Rinnegan now. He can control his reality warping thingy majobber. Not reality warping. It's the portal thing where he can teleport. You can do a rift in space. You understand? You know. And he has the perception of any other Joe Sharingan, which is his Jogan and his Sharingan mixed together. A Tutomory Joe Sharingan, so he's good. He's pretty good. And I'm gonna say for plot, you can see Tenketsu. Yeah, for plot. Don't ask why. Just don't ask why he has it, okay? And he's learned from Higashi. And Naruto is like one of the best Hokage because he like changed the whole system in the fact of being there for like 8 months. He's been Hokage, and everything's there like already better. He put the Genin into more grueling training. So in the academy, you now you do tree walking, water walking, and and fountain climbing every day, and they'll be droning, like making sure everything happens. You will have spar sessions every day, kenjutsu sessions. If you don't want to pick up your sword, you don't have to, but you will still need to learn how to use kenjutsu if it came that you needed to learn. If you needed to use a sword, you couldn't be dispensed. You learned shuriken and all of that. You learned the Kagebunshin no Jutsu, which is just the clone, not the Kagebunshin no Jutsu, the Bunshin Jutsu, which is clone jutsu, the Karawini, which I think is a substitution jutsu, and you would have to learn a summoning jutsu. Yeah, a summoning. Well, not yeah, a summoning. You would have to have a summoning, but it's like low level summoning. It's not like a toad or snake. It's just like probably little tiny bears or like, and it would have a separate class for just medical ninja that would like, learn from Tsunade. She annoying me. This is where I'm gonna leave it off this video. So see you guys.